Hey guys, Caroline here. In this video, I'm going to talk about a term that you might have come across in the match betting world called advantage play. Now, today there are three different offers on from three different bookmakers that all have the exact same pattern, and they are all on the NFL, which is played heavily on Sundays. So first of all, let me just explain what advantage play means. So with match betting, what we're used to usually is that we are able to match our bets by laying off the bet that we've placed at the bookie. We can lay it off at the exchange so that we guarantee ourselves a profit. With advantage play, it's different. It's usually a case where we can't lay off the bet. But that there's some kind of benefit to it. There's an advantage. There's a reason why we'd still want to do it anyway. So in these cases, we're actually no better off than a regular punter. But you can decide for yourself whether you feel they're worth doing. Now, personally, I do like to do them, and I'll explain why. So let me show you what the offers are. So I have three here. So this one here is for Paddy Power, and it's a money back as a free bet if your bet loses. But the bet has to be on this particular kind of market, and it's a hashtag #WhatOddsPaddy. And it's the same for all the other bookies. So I have the Betfair Sportsbook here. Now this is a bit confusing because Betfair, you typically think of them as an exchange, but they also have a sportsbook as well. And they've got the same kind of thing. Now this one is on a specific match, the Ravens at Titans, but it's the same thing. So it's a money back as a free bet if it loses. Now they all call it something different. So they call it odds on that, and they've all got a little hashtag in front of it. And the third one I have here is Betway, and where is it? This one here, £5 free bet when your bet your way market loses. And it's on the same game. Ravens v Titles. That slider keeps moving. So let me go back to the where are we? The Paddy Power one, to use this as an example. Okay, so let's go and have a look at what these are. So this one you can do any of the games. So we've got an example here for the Kansas City Chiefs at New England Patriots. So if I come back to betting, now I've already done these bets for today, but I'll just show you how you go about looking for them. So I'm going to click on NFL and find a match. Now I'm just going to adjust the screen so you can see it a bit more clearly. Okay, so this is the NFL, and I think the What's Odd Paddy can be on anyone. But let's go for this one here. So the Kansas City Chiefs at New England Patriots. This is the most popular one that's on Smarkets, so that's a common one to do. So you can't bet on the regular markets. What you have to do instead is click on this tab here for WhatOddsPaddy. So this is where they just make up some more complicated kind of odds. You know, Jay Edelman having 100+ receiving yards and scoring a touchdown, for example, odds of 6. Now these are the featured ones, and if we keep scrolling, they'll have various different type ones here. These are low odds. Now be careful. I'm pretty sure this particular offer has a minimum odds of 2, so you couldn't go for any of those. And then we've got higher ones and so on. And this is the same for all of those. If we have a look at Betfair as well, click on Bet Now. Right, let's go for a different one. Say, oh no, these are odds boosts. Right, there we go. How do we get to the actual match? Oh no, these are, hold on. Oh, there we go. Look, odds on that. No, you can't really read those. Let me go back to Paddy Power. I probably should have checked it out first. But anyway, so what does it mean, and why do I like to do it? Okay, with these, you are not going to find a market on the exchanges to be able to lay this off, which means that if you bet on this, it's a regular punt. You are behaving exactly like a punter. It's a case of you put your £10 bet on and hope it wins. But if it doesn't win, you get back a free bet. Now, of course, one advantage that we do have here is because we are matched bettors, we know that we can guarantee a profit out of that free bet. So let's say you're able to get 80% profit out of your free bet. So the worst case scenario is that you lose your £10 punt, but then you get your £10 free bet, which you can turn into £8 profit. So you can have a stab at one of these as if you've put a £10 stake on, but in actual fact it's only going to cost you £2 at the worst case. And of course, if it wins, you win your bet. And so the reason I like these is because they kind of make us look like mugs, because they know that we can't lay these off at the bookmaker. And sometimes they come in. So my strategy is I don't go for the lowest odds and I don't go for crazy high odds. I usually go for something between about 3 and 6, because then it's got a higher chance of coming in, but it's still a very nice profit if it does. So which one did I go for here? It was actually for a different match, but the one I went on had odds of 3, which means that if it wins, I win 30 quid, which is £20 profit. If it loses, then I lose my £10, but I get that £10 free bet. So yeah, just to recap then, advantage play is where you cannot lay off your bet at the exchange, but we have an advantage in terms of the free bet, which we know we can get a guaranteed profit on. And I like these because they make you look like a mug punter, and there's a reasonable chance of making a nice profit if it does happen to come in. But of course, some people, they will only do things that guarantee a profit, and so they simply steer clear of these, and that's absolutely fine. You know, it's your preference. So I just thought I would highlight this because there's 3 of them on today. These come up quite often, these ones, particularly Betway will like to do these. I've seen them on many different bookmakers, and they all have their own kind of markets for these kind of bets, and they all have a hashtag and a different kind of name. So look out for them, and let me know if you like doing these kinds of things or not. It's interesting to find out.